We will have a new attachment in Season 2, and with every season, you can expect new attachments, but it doesn't end there. In Season 3, you're getting a new faction, new weapons, new attachments.
Where? Where are these attachments you keep mentioning? Hey guys, Nightfall here, and yesterday we got the full Season 2 reveal trailer, and after every new thing they revealed, my mouth just kept dropping lower and lower. Pause. But they never mentioned anything else about attachments other than what you saw in the intro. It's nowhere on the roadmap, and he said Season 3, but in a previous XD brief he mentioned we'd get a new attachment in Season 2. So where the hell are they? I have no clue what's going on with the new attachments, but what I do know is that the Highwaymen is probably going to be my new main faction. They're worth playing for just the passive alone, which we now know to be called Rev, which increases your rate of fire and your reload speed the more kills that you stack up, which maxes out at 4 kills. It's going to be interesting to test whether or not these will stack properly with things like rapid fire barrels, quick mags, fast mags, stuff that increases your reload speed, and if it's worth it to double down on those two things, or if you should just go for other attachments instead to make ADS speed and movement speed as fast as possible. But that passive will stack at 1 kill, 2 kills, and then max out after 4 kills. So it's not increasingly difficult to obtain, but it still takes a little bit of skill. So if you're not somebody who goes on 4+ kill streaks often, this may not be the faction for you if you're just looking for a decent passive. Then on top of that, they get some of the most game-breaking abilities that I've ever seen. And I'm not even talking about the Ultra yet. You can choose between an auto turret that has 360-degree coverage, or basically a 2-shot grenade launcher that just kills anything it lands near. Definitely sounds like my type of faction, even though I have a really bad feeling that these are going to be 100% nerfed almost immediately as the season launches. But then we get to their Ultra, which, as I guessed, is a saw blade launcher that just shoots saw blades and has them bounce around for a few seconds. Can you imagine this on a map like Rockefeller? It's going to be insane. You thought spawning on some shock wire was bad? Wait until you spawn and get your head chopped off by one of these things. Then the weapons. Oh, the weapons. But before we even talk about the weapons, I want to point out that the really nice lady who told us about the weapons in the reveal, which I believe her name is Cece, if I didn't know any better, I'd say this was just AI, because she sounds just like an AI voiceover.
Hey everyone, my name is Cece Smith and I'm Associate Director of Live Operations at Ubisoft San Francisco.
But you can hear the plosives in her voice when she talks because they're just so loud. But if XDefiant ever goes down, she is definitely got a backup job as a voiceover person for like training videos or something. But anyway, new SMG looks crazy, and it may just take over the P90 from being my favorite SMG of all time. This thing has an insane amount of bullets and has the highest damage and headshot multiplier of all the SMGs, which then translates to fewest shots to kill. Can't really do much better than that. This thing sounds insane and honestly seems a little backward from the new LMG that we're going to get, L86, which appears in the reveal as both the L86 and the L86 LSW. So maybe this was just an early build where they didn't add the LSW to the end of it. I don't think there's much more to look into than that. But I say it feels backwards because normally LMGs have a large ammo capacity, but this one only holds 35 at a time without any mags, and surely you could probably increase that with some of the extended mags, but it just seems very low to start with. But you do get a nice trade-off in that you're able to move a lot faster with this one compared to other LMGs because it's not as bulky. Then we also get a new shotgun, the Spaz 12. Yay. Can't wait. The new map Waterfront that'll be available at season launch will be a larger style map, but not a linear map. No, not a linear map. It's instead just going to be your normal TDM, hotshot, occupy style map. And I feel like I have to say this, there's one thing I've never seen anyone complain about, and that's how the maps look. They look awesome. Sadly, they didn't show us much of a sneak peek at the other 2 maps coming in season 2, or even tell us if they'll be linear style maps or not. So I was a little disappointed in that, but we can definitely tell from the images and footage that they did show us that Signal is probably going to be a linear style map. played for zone control and escort, and Air and Space looks like another small to medium sized map for things like Occupy and Domination. So that left me kind of disappointed because most of you already know by now, zone control and escort are my favorite game modes. And if they keep adding 2 to 1, they're going to be severely behind. At the end of this season, we're going to have 20 maps and only about a quarter of them is going to be linear style maps. I'm not saying we need an even 50-50 split, but we definitely need some more. Maybe throw in a season where we get 2 linear style maps and 1 small map. And then we finally get to bomb mode. This should come with the launch of season 2 after a much anticipated wait. And I'm just gonna say, it better work like it should, because if it doesn't, people are gonna riot. In the trailer, it looks awesome, and I can't wait to get some clips in the new game mode. And it's definitely gonna bring a new and more competitive slow-paced style of play to this game. Then we get to private matches. Private matches, thankfully, isn't what I thought it was going to be with that beta tag and will be available to everyone, but we don't know when. All we know is at the time of recording this, it's sometime in season 2. I've seen people say December, which is a huge letdown since that is the one thing I feel like is holding this game back and stopping it from bringing in just masses of people. But at least now we have some more concrete info on it, so I really can't wait to get you all involved in some tournaments and events. And then quite possibly the best news of all, or partial news, was that they're actually going to let us play Season 2 a bit early on PC this Friday for 3 hours. I assume there's going to be a specific 3-hour time period or window, but I'm unsure of when this will be, as they haven't said just yet. Some people speculate that it's going to be around 1 p.m. Eastern time to 4 p.m. Eastern time, but some people, including myself, have jobs and other stuff like school that could prevent them from playing it almost that whole window. I really hope it's later in the evening, like a 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern time or something like that. But regardless of when it is, don't you worry, I'll definitely make time to get in there and at the very least get enough footage to be able to test all the attachments possible that the new faction could stack with, so you have plenty of stats and information over the weekend to make the decision on if you want to use the new faction and if you want to use those attachments like rapid fire, quick mags, or not. Then touching quickly on the ranked rewards and battle pass, we didn't really get to see a battle pass, so to speak, so I'm not really sure what we're going to get on that. I have seen some leaks previously, so if those hold true, doesn't look like it's going to be anything crazy, but I do hope that the new weapons are unlockable at a much lower tier than they were in season 1, because grinding that eye in the battle pass to unlock these weapons is crazy. Even though I have a ton of battle pass boosters left over and will only stack even more over the next few days with the daily login rewards, which, by the way, you know the drill. Go get your rewards if you forgot about them. Oh yeah, and we're getting a smoke grenade, which should make for a crucial part of bomb. And now let's talk about the ranked rewards. These ranked rewards for season 2 got some sort of Bumblebee vibes going on, just plain black and yellow checkered patterns, unless one of them is getting a crash dummy skin of those colors. It seems, yet again, very basic, and honestly, I would say slightly worse than season 1's ranked rewards. But let me know down in the comments your thoughts on all of this, and what is the one thing coming in season 2 that has you the most hype. Don't forget, I'll be live this Friday, probably around 7 p.m. Eastern time, unless that season 2 early play window is before then, but also as long as I'm off of work. Keep an eye on the community tab and on Twitter or my Discord if you're in there. All those links can be found in the description of this video if you want to join or follow, because I'll be posting there when I'll be going live if it changes from 7 p.m. Eastern time. And until then, I'll catch you in the next upload.